What is a sorcerer's favorite moisturizer? Castor oil. What's going on, YouTube? Today we've got a bit of a somber video, and that's because arguably Isabel is no longer the greatest companion in the Elder Scrolls Online. So today we are going to be talking about all of the ESO companions and what you could utilize them for. What is their purpose? Because we live in a day and age where we've got a whole ton of them now, and so each one could serve a specific purpose for you and is arguably good in their own specific way. So we're going to be going over all that and more in today's video. But we're also on the road to 15,000 subscribers, and we're so close, so please subscribe. I love you. Starting us off, let's talk about the best of the original two companions, and that is Mirri. Now, you can get Mirri by going to Blackwood, picking up the quest, and fun factoid for you, companions now are unlocked upon all your characters, so you don't have to go and do the quests anymore. And she actually has a quest force right now. So the fun fact, if you may not know this, is that you can actually get quests from your companions by leveling up rapport, but we don't care about that right now. Mirri will probably do that in a significantly longer period of time. So what does Mirri's companion perk do? And the big point of this video is actually going to be focused on the actual companion perk. That might seem weird because originally a lot of people were utilizing them for DPS or tanks, and this companion was better at tanking. Isabel obviously was the best at that, and was the best companion ever. But having utilized these companions in each of the different roles, I've never noticed the difference in using one companion as a tank versus another. They usually die about equally as frequently. Same with you build them as a DPS or a healer. So we're really focusing on the companion perk, which you can see is Mirri's expertise. Treasure chests found in the overland have a 30% chance to spawn additional loot from hidden compartments. Now, obviously, if you're utilizing treasure maps and treasure chests, or you're doing chest routes, so maybe a Rothgar chest route, or you're farming for elitists and chests, whip out Mirri. It's actually pretty simple about Mirri's utilization. I think it's really wrapped up in that simple, loot and chests, get Mirri. Next up, we have Bastion, which is going to be another Blackwood companion, one of the original two. Potions looted from monsters have 30% chance to be improved. Now, there's a lot of utilization for him as a companion. I'm sure I've got something written down positive about him. He can... Next up, we have Ember, which came out in High Isle, so you will need the High Isle expansion to utilize her, or ESO+. Ember's companion perk is that basically when you pickpocket somebody, you get a chance to get an extra wallet, and these wallets can have gold and some other neat things inside of them. I will say this is the only time that rapport is really going to come up. She does not like when you get caught. So if you are someone who does not have a high pickpocketing skill yet, you might want to wait on utilizing her to bring her into your kind of thief excursions, but she's relatively straightforward. You just utilize her in those situations where you're pickpocketing a mass group of people just for a little bit of extra loot. And now, arguably, the greatest companion in ESO's history, Isabel. Why is she so great? Well, honestly, I'm not 100% certain. I just stand by my statement. She, as her companion perk, will grant you extra loot when you defeat world bosses. So obviously, farming world bosses, bring Isabel with you. Very straightforward. She is actually a very good tank. She does have very good skills. I know that I talked about earlier that it really doesn't make a whole lot of difference. So I do stand by that statement. But I still like Isabel. All right, you can't take that from me. Now, some people may ask, because I've only brought up when rapport goes down, is there really a reason to increase rapport? And really the main thing is just having them in your house. You can put them in your house if you do all the stuff with them. So if that's appealing to you, then yes, max out their rapport. Now, arguably the easiest companion for you to figure out the utilization for, and that is Sharp as Knights, a new Necrom companion, which is going to make fish bite at a faster rate, and is going to increase their chance of being a trophy fish, which is pretty great. Now, to my understanding, this also is included for fishing up things like certain zones, such as Somerset have motifs. There's the Sigic satchels that you can get inside of Artaeum. There's obviously those things that we were farming inside of the Apothecary Zone. I believe this chance also applies to them also, so make sure you are utilizing him as well as all CP points and buff foods and whatnot as well, and you will really be getting a ton of fish. So use this bad mamma jamma for that. And for those of you who watched my urn farming video, you know that Azandar is a quintessential part of that. Why is that? And that is because his perk is looting containers give you a chance to get you a lot of things: crafting recipes, treasure maps, research notes, survey reports, and other documents, which can include those rare crafting recipes as well, which is the essential part here. Also, treasure maps are nothing to scoff at either. There are some treasure maps who are worth 500,000 gold, and others that are still worth tens of thousands of gold. So do not sleep on the treasure maps as well. Overall, his utilization is like the others. It's very straightforward. And again, just utilize him when you're looting containers. Stealing routes where you're stealing from containers also counts. So utilize him over Ember in those situations. Even though Ember will be like, oh, are we stealing? This is amazing. But dear friends, that's going to wrap up the video. I feel like it's relatively straightforward these days which companion you pick. Utilize the ones that are really going to be min-maxed to the items and the locations and the things that you're doing. If you're fishing, Sharp as Knights. If you're looting containers, Azandar. If you want to have the best companion just overall because of looks, appearance, and voice acting, pick Isabel. If you're pickpocketing, you can utilize our girl Ember, and so on and so forth. So that is why each companion, even Mirri, if you're looting chests and you're farming treasure maps and everything like that, utilize her. And then Bastion is a companion that is in the Elder Scrolls Online. He's there. If you wanted to pull him out and have him walk around with you, he could do that. If you max out his rapport, you could put him in your house. And as a reminder, we just did our giveaway drawings for the month of June, which means that we did our 4 giveaway drawings. Now, we are actually going to change it this month slightly. So instead of my favorite comment, we're going to do a random comment, a random subscriber, and now there's going to be a hidden keyword that's going to be flashed on a random video, potentially multiple videos throughout the month of July, and whoever comments that flashed word on screen will be a giveaway winner. So that's going to encourage you guys to watch videos that might not necessarily be as helpful if you already know the information, but I always try to make sure that every single video is kind of jam-packed with information. So this is kind of a way that if you guys want to continue to support the channel and watch videos that either you already know all the information on or the majority of the information on, you keep an eye out for that. And always continue to put comments in the comments below and additional information for newer players who might not know things. What are your guys' thoughts on companions? Who do you use and why is it Isabel? And why do you... should they change Bastion? Should they do something to him? How would you fix him in the comments below? And I'll catch you guys later. Bye, guys.
You better remember to like and subscribe to Jake Clips. Or you should. I might have to pluck your eyes if you don't. Or, better yet, I'll skip rope with your entrails. Do it now. Subscribe. Ta-ta. Off with you.
Can his potions be sold for more gold if they're improved? I mean, that's like an extra 10 gold per hour.